It's time for a musical super chat. Ooh, yeah. I nailed it. That's how that's starting off. We're starting strong on Super Chat. Yes, there was a lot of rehearsal for that portion of the show. Welcome to Super Chat, everyone. If you've not watched before, well, you're welcome. This is what we're doing here. I am your host, Jess, and I actually have 4 guests with us today. I think this is a record. Very cool. We have, you may recognize our first 2 guests, Tim Dixon, Mike Wirth of the Ninja Troll Digicast, and they also do Kapow comic art and Mike Wirth art. And then we have Brian Martin. He's a trivia host extraordinaire. And new to the show, we've got Jack J.K. King III, and you're one of the Tennessee Kids.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. And what have you been doing recently?
I've been actually working on my album and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your album?
Production. It's called Heavily Demercatroid.
Oh, cool.
I
like that.
Yes,
I like that.
that's very cool. Marvin Martian.
Yes. Marvin Martian. That is my favorite.
Very
basically,
cool.
Yes.
And so Jack actually just got back from
actually doing the Oscars.
Because he performs with Justin Timberlake. Yes. No big deal. Look at that's you right there on the left. Okay, I've had Bell Biv poison in my head all week watching this video. You got those
I had
moves?
for about 3 years at that time.
Oh man. Oh, I know. Can you hear? You're like, I'm over this.
Tell he choreographed your.
Yes. Jack actually did the choreography. It's original JT. We had a theory about who really sabotaged. Okay, our pre-show for this show is actually it's probably more stellar than the show. And we theorized that maybe who is Saboteur? Maybe.
I said maybe Justin Timberlake is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We came up with that.
We don't know.
Yes, probably.
We don't know.
Could be.
We don't know. So where can they find your music if they want to listen to it?
You can find it on Mohawk Music, ENT.com.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. So Brian, you've been hosting trivia, and you have a new one you're working on, right?
I've been working at Legion since the summer.
Very cool.
Legion Brewing, close to where you're going to be.
Neighborhood, yeah.
And that show is like blowing up. Like
really?
Every week it's like packed out.
Okay.
So I encourage you to come on Tuesday nights, but if you do, like get there like 6:30 so you can actually sit down.
And make sure, make sure you set your DVRs for fun.
And absolutely do that.
Yeah, do that.
Or use the app. Like this guy.
Yes, you can watch it on CWTV.com. Mike and Tim, you've been doing the Ninja Troll Digicast. You've been working on some other things. What's been going on since we last saw you on the show?
Well, we put Ninja Troll in a hiatus for a little bit, right? Just because life takes over.
That happens.
But I've been making art. I got some work up at Pine Central, also in Plaza Midwood. You can go check out.
I've checked it out.
And then I'll be at South Carolina Comic-Con in Greenville this weekend.
Oh, right. Are you going to be there as well?
I will not, no.
No. But, and how's Kapow comic art doing?
It's going great.
And that is one of your pieces?
Actually, this is one of my pieces here.
Very cool.
That I brought last time we were on. It's going great. I'm going to be, I think the next show I'm going to be at is Statesville. I've got several weekends in July that's it's like back to back to back. So that's going to be, that's going to be.
'Tis the season, right?
And then Heroes Con.
Yes.
I'll be at Heroes Con
we'll
in
be
June.
there.
So.
Yes, we'll be there. Con Carolinas, come look for us. Very cool. So if you want to go, MikeWirthArt.com. I don't know why I can't say that today. And it's
KapowComicArt.com.
KapowComicArt.com. Okay, so make sure you check out everybody's stuff. And you can find them on Twitter, Instagram, all that funness. And speaking of the social medias, we have to thank our Flash discussion group friends, Lance Officer and the gang, all the administrators. There's actually Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, a ton of them. There's a lot more groups, so go on there if you want to chat with your friends about the show. And that's where we posted our question of the week. So this is a very grueling question of the week. Because of the Flash musical last night, the crossover, they ended up in a musical because they just happened to both watch a lot of musicals. Isn't that convenient? So, and they were on Glee and can sing. What? So I wanted
information
to know.
We've never been given before.
I know.
Last night,
I did no idea. So I wanted to know what they would end up in. If you could end up in a genre video, like say you just popped into one all of a sudden because of the Music Meister. Although, okay, if he's a Music Meister, then you're definitely ending up in a musical. I think that was maybe not well thought out. Any hoot.
No, he might be the mobster meister if it was like a Godfather.
Right, there you go, mobster meister.
That would be my guy, probably.
So,
That's why I don't know.
yeah, nobody said. Well, one person did say crime drama. Where would you end up? Where would you end up, and what kind of genre?
Comic book movies.
Comic book movies. Yes. You'd be in like Thor. Yes. Yeah, okay. I want to be in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's actually good. Like a superhero genre. Mike, where would you end up?
Well, I answered the question. I said an 80s cleaning montage.
That's right, you did. Perfect.
Wouldn't be anything, no, nothing. Just
That's
we're
perfect.
cleaning and we're.
Do you have one in mind, like a specific scene from a specific movie?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
John Cusack, One Crazy Summer, when they're fixing the boat.
Okay. Perfect. 80s cleaning and or repair montage. Or like, I keep thinking Mannequin. I love, oh man, that song.
It's Starship. Yes, Starship
Yeah.
song.
We might as well just keep singing this episode. You should sing, not me. Why am I the one singing? I don't do that. Make me stop. Brian, where would you end up?
Probably a mobster thing, or
mobster
some
thing.
sort of space thing, or some combination.
Oh, a mobster.
Space mob.
Space
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
That's
That's
a new
it.
comic coming out. Look for it at Heroes. Oh, that would be cool. Space Mob. Where would you end up?
Oh, actually, like Coming to America or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
They're making, I think, a sequel.
That would be amazing. That
I
would
think
be.
Eddie Murphy put that out there.
Really?
To judge what
to
people
test the
say.
waters.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because he immediately
That would be
deleted
amazing.
it.
That was one of my
So-
favorite.
That is one of
Yes,
them.
yeah, yeah.
I love
That
that.
would be awesome.
Oh, watch it now,
Would it be a
though.
sequel, like Getting Out of America? Probably.
Right. Good time for it.
We're gonna leave. We're going back to Africa.
Flash it out.
Yep. No.
Straight flash it out.
I loved that movie as a child, and then like I watch it now, and I'm like, why was I allowed to watch this as a child? But it was on TV,
was
the
the 80s.
edited. Yeah.
Everybody's-
I would like to be in like a Big Trouble in Little China type movie.
Whoa.
That would be my.
Oh, that's a real good
with
one.
Jack Burr. I don't want
Things
to be
aren't
Kim
resolved
Cattrall.
as easily as they are in a musical, though.
Yes, they aren't. No, but there's a surprising thing on Facebook. A lot of you said horror, which what? That was not the winning. The winning genre was action, followed by musical, then comedy, but then horror. And what are you guys doing with the horror movie? So a lot of you wrote in. Here are some comments from some of our friends in the Flash discussion group. Action, especially Fast and the Furious, is what Cody said. Lamy said animation. That's a good one. A lot of people did say musical. Superhero, yes. Luke said superhero. Kiana said musical because she's a singer. Some people picked like a combo. Adam said Mickey Mouse Club because his house is run by his daughter. I guess that might be comedy, or animation. And then somebody said, I want to see horror. Tamara said, I want to see horror even though I hate horrors. It would be amazing, huh? And then Nadim came back with, that if you die there, you die in the real world. So, ooh, touche, Nadim. A lot of responses, but action. Why horror? Well, good for you. We all have different interests. I just think I would not want to be in.
They didn't see Cabin in the Woods. These are people who didn't watch Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
With The Conjuring. Well, those were real life, apparently. I don't know.
Maybe like Michael
Sci-fi.
Myers. He's got his own theme song, right?
Yes,
It's a
maybe.
famous one.
So it's kind of musical.
Maybe.
It's not.
know it when you
Not
hear
really
it.
danceable, but
How did everybody feel about the musical episode? Was it up to your standards? We got
I thought it was
two
great.
thumbs up.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
He
but-
hasn't seen it. That's fine.
You're gonna love it.
It's fine. You'll be in the next one.
Yeah,
It's-
let's do it.
Yeah.
Might have, man.
Yeah.
Where's my check?
Right? Yes. Okay, so we're generally feeling good about it. Did you feel that? Okay, well, first of all, did you like Darren Criss? How do we think about Darren Criss being in it?
I think Darren Criss is like the one part of Glee I still have fond memories of.
See, okay, good.
The one part.
The one,
That's
the
it.
only. I fell off Glee when we used to be the F word station, and then we were no longer the F word, so I didn't watch it anymore. Also, I kind of got a musical thing. I like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, but
I evidently need to start watching it. That's what I learned from this
Yes.
week's Flash is that I need to be watching Crazy
she wrote,
Ex-Girlfriend.
I think, something.
It
and
was the Super Friends.
That's what I would think.
Because it's
Wow.
and it was far and away the best number on the whole show. I think.
she's great. She's funny. Her shows, especially the second season, I've liked a lot better than the first season of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. So go on there and watch it. CWTV.com. Did you think that the Music Meister's reasons for doing what he did were sufficient?
No.
love? No, right? I was like, guys,
And
I didn't even really follow.
I didn't really like the episode
No, okay.
at all.
He's
I'm
like
fine
he's
with
like
it.
the Q of the Arrowverse now,
Yes.
like from Next Generation. Like he just shows up. He's mischievous for a little while, but I thought
Medals.
Mr. Misha Spitalik showed up a few weeks ago on Supergirl,
like that you
so we
can
already
say
kind of
that.
have that
kind
guy.
of double dipped on that.
Now we
Yes.
got two of them.
Yeah.
Right,
I
maybe
don't
we
know
should
how
have
many of those guys
planned
we need, but
10, I
Yeah.
think like none. But
It
I don't,
seemed like they just used him as a gimmick
yes.
to come up with an excuse to,
make
have them sing.
Yeah, and hey, every now and then that's fine. I think it was cool that they showcased, because here's the thing, CW casts these people with amazing talent. They're all triple threats. And Joe, who is played by, who was in Rent.
Open up a restaurant in Santa Fe. That's
Well, we've seen him sing before on Earth 2.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
was a singer there.
Yeah,
And
Jesse L. Martin, that's his name.
I,
Yeah,
th- I think the worst part were their attempts at accent.
yeah, like the
sorry.
20s
So bad.
gangster accent kind
So
of thing.
bad.
Hey,
I'm from New
toots.
York, and those were
Yeah, I'm sure that was climbing all over you. Yeah, that just.
They sounded like Jersey accents.
Yeah. And that is a specifically different
Sorry.
thing.
Yeah, that's
We love the
definitely
Jersey. We love it. We kid because we love.
I do like the dance moves, though. They had some sweet moves. It was cute. I think that's what it was, and that is what it was meant to be. I mean, it didn't resolve much of any plots except for the West Allen thing at the end. And spoiler alerts if you haven't seen the end. Actually, I don't know if any West Allen people are still alive after that. That may have just killed them all. That was so much West Allen-y at the end, and I think that just slayed the audience. Like I think that they just maybe lost it. So. Congratulations to all the West Allen shippers out there, because that was maybe the biggest possible moment they could have had for that to happen, for the proposal, especially since it was so sad last week.
It still doesn't make a lot of sense. JK and I were talking about it out in the lobby. It was like, okay, she got mad at him, so she broke it off. Then she
Right.
wanted to get back, and Barry broke it off, which
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they just, okay, cool, yeah, we're good now.
I think when he saw that ring sitting on the table, I think it was like, okay, I understand. I have to make my decision
Yes.
now, and just
And go
let
with-
it go. Yeah,
Yeah.
just go with it or whatever.
And
like
I
you
think,
said.
if you're gonna wrap it all cute with the bow, like I said,
Yeah.
you couldn't have done it. Like if the West Allen community had asked for anything more, it would like any perfect scenario, it would have definitely been a musical proposal. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think Twitter blew up last night with that happening, and it was very cute, and it was cute that Grant Gustin was singing in real life and not in the dream world. Do you think it'll last?
I kind of hope it does, just because
getting tired of it.
Flash isn't.
Yes.
I'm getting tired of the back and forth for sure, but
Yeah.
I feel Flash is an inherently different character and story than Arrow, so
Yes.
I accept that Ollie has to have all of these problems
Yeah.
constantly, but the comics work just fine after Barry and Iris were together. They work just fine after Linda and Wally were together.
So
Right.
happily
I
ever
don't
after?
see any reason other than the fact that the CW isn't really known for pairing people and keeping them together for extended
Right.
periods of time
Yeah.
for that to keep happening.
gotta keep
Comics
watching.
actually worked fine when they were together, and she didn't know he was the Flash.
Right.
For a while in the comics, she didn't know that her husband was the Flash.
See, well, I think it could be okay. And I think I'd appreciate the show if they let them date or be together for more than just like 3 months.
3 months.
Yes. So maybe just let's
Yeah.
let them have a second,
Yeah.
and figure out how to make her not die, and then go from there. Again, our Savitar theories. Who do we think, beyond Justin Timberlake, who do we think that Savitar is?
I really hope. But something I've thought about with Savitar is that he always calls Wally Wallace, and there's only
Right.
one other character on the show who does
Yes.
that, and that's HR, right?
Yes, that's what
Which
we
doesn't
said
make
last
any
week.
sense to me, but at the same time, I feel like they need a reason to get rid of HR at the end of the season to
Yeah.
bring in a new version of him next
True.
year.
So I think it's probably the dad.
You think it's?
I want for one of them to be a
think it's- yeah.
pirate with an eye.
Henry.
I think it's Henry.
Ooh, do you think it's like the real Henry?
Yeah, because
Allen?
because he calls him Wally.
Okay.
Like he was saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, somebody that calls you Wally, like it's very close to you.
Yes.
Or really knows you.
Yes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we got a Henry Allen here.
The thing is, he's obviously someone from the future.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that he is someone on Team Flash because he said several times, I've been through that, I've lived through this, I
Yes.
know where this goes. So he's obviously a member of the team.
He got me.
Definitely.
I
You think he's
think if
definitely a
they-
member of the team, or do you think he is? just knows what the team has done?
He knows too much.
Okay.
That's the thing. He knows a little too much about the character.
Yes.
Could it be HR on Earth 19's partner, the actual smart guy that
He
Agent?
alludes to.
Yeah.
But how would
never
he
met
know
him
so
and
much
seen-
about?
But that's the thing.
Team Flash.
So Grant Gustin was
Team
quoted
Flash.
as saying, "We're not going to know this twist. Like you're not going to figure it out," which would be great because like I think I figured out the Jay Garrick thing last year, and,
Yeah.
and so I want to
Yeah.
I want to actually have that aha moment of being surprised.
That's
of
my
who he
biggest
is.
thing. I don't care who it is, as long as I don't see it coming. I
Yeah.
want to be surprised.
yeah,
I don't
definitely
want.
wanna be
If they go
surprised,
back
yeah.
to if it's HR, you've been to that well twice before
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Let's not do that again.
Let's not reveal Tom Cavanaugh again.
Yeah.
Like, I love Tom Cavanaugh.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah.
let's be
but
done there.
it could. I saw a theory online that it could be Wally from the future.
That could be.
That was my first thought. Like,
Yeah.
I thought, well, okay, so he got his powers from Savitar,
Uh-huh.
ostensibly, and that's what I thought we were gearing up towards all season. And then
Yeah.
with Barry trying to, you got to get faster, you got to get faster, you got to get faster. He's building his own archenemy.
Interesting.
But
That's
then,
it.
but
That's a
the,
good
so the
theory,
only
yeah.
thing this week was like Wallace. Okay, that's all I
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
go on there.
That's what somebody said last
But-
week on Super
wow.
Chat, and so I'd love to see if that actually happens. Do you think it could be a girl, even though, I mean, it seems to be such a masculine character?
See why not?
Yeah, it could be because of the
Does it
whole...
turn to be like the
Jesse?
Captain Phasma of the
I don't know,
of
Captain
the Flash universe? It's from Star Wars, the silver.
Oh, okay.
Gwendolyn Christie from the new Star Wars movie.
Sorry.
It's a big thing, Jess.
Okay, I'll get there. Very busy. It could be Jesse. Maybe it could be Jesse. Okay, well, I would like to see it be a girl. The showrunners were quoted as saying at Paley Fest, I think it was Andrew Kreisberg who said, "It's next year we're not going to have a speedster
Oh, God.
villain."
I was just saying that last week.
Thank Beyonce, because I do not want another speedster villain. Like, I'm tired of that, and I don't know how you could do it differently. I don't think that this arc has
Yeah.
been that great.
I want season 4 to end with a massive rogue war with all of the rogues and Captain
Yeah.
Cold is back, and that's what I need from this show at this
That
point.
would be great.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
And it'd be very different because
Yes.
we have such a strong super team amongst the CW shows, but they're so divided, and the crossovers are so much fun. But why not maybe just have, maybe, because we have Legends coming back again next year, but maybe that would be a way to like bring them back into Flash and maybe end Legends or something. Because what's the other show coming out? Black Lightning? That we're not definitely don't have it.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, we don't definitely have it, but I think it's been optioned as a pilot. So, but we.
Sinbad's going to be back playing him like he did on that SNL skit that one time.
Oh, I haven't seen
Oh,
that.
you've got to
That
check
would
it.
be
It's the
awesome.
Death of Superman SNL skit. And they wouldn't let him into the funeral because nobody knew who he was.
Oh man, when was this? I missed this.
1993 or
Okay.
something.
That was- yeah.
When
Taking it
Superman
back.
died.
Okay, I didn't. Well, now
Best
I'm going to have to
part
go
of that skit
Googles.
was, Jay Moore is the Penguin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, these are things
It's
I'm
great
gonna
stuff.
I'm gonna have to look these up. I would like to see maybe not Legends anymore. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Legends. I like the show. It's fine. I wish there was a little bit more Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of like that really offbeat vibe. It's kind of like, to me, it's mildly childish.
I feel like they try too hard to make it hip.
Yeah.
Like all the characters are pop culture-y, and I'm like, that's not the show I need this to be.
Yeah.
It's one of those that, I mean, it's fun, but you just don't pay too much close attention to it because there's going to be giant plot holes in it.
That's true. Yeah.
Just
There has
know
to
that.
be.
And
It is cute with all of the time travel back into the different eras, and they get to wear the different clothes and time travel all to these famous people. But yeah, and I think they try to do too much per episode, and like you said, they try to have a little bit too much pop culture. And I think it would have been more fun if they had really just developed each character's weird personality, kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy type thing.
I actually liked it when they had the two Hawk
Yeah.
people on there. Yeah, I
You know-
loved it then. It was more action to me.
Yes, and she has been on Instagram like trying to get back into fighting shape, she says, so I'm wondering maybe.
Baby,
She's just been eating
No,
Twinkies for
she
like
just, yeah, but she's, I don't know. I don't blame her because I've been doing that too. I need to get into fighting shape. But I think maybe that made me wonder if maybe they're bringing them back somehow because she was drinking like a lot of like energy drinks and things like that. So I'm curious to see if they're
Well, she
coming
is a
back.
little old, so her age probably just caught up to her.
Maybe is she? What's her
No,
name?
I'm talking about in the show. Like,
I was like, God, she's old.
she's old.
Hanging it up now.
She's ancient in the show.
I was like, I think she's 20 something. Yeah, she is. I get those. I missed the joke.
but they're reincarnated throughout history, so they could find them again, and
Yeah.
they could easily pull them back into
They
the show.
could, yeah. They can come back. That'd be cool. I like them just fine. I mean, the guy was pretty cool. Hawkman. Hawkman?
Also
Boy?
was Hawkman.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, man, I don't know.
I love Legends. Like that's one of my favorite
Is he
shows.
okay?
Yeah, because like it has all the the JSA is in it, and it's sort of all that extended DC universe.
Yeah.
That like we wouldn't get in the normal shows.
Would you like it if they just enveloped all that into the Flash, maybe?
That
Well,
may
maybe
be a
too
lot.
much.
That'd be,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be a lot.
But unless he led the group, almost like Arrow leads Team Arrow kind of thing. Could work.
Could be, but it's a spillover show too. Like that's how they solve problems.
Yeah.
Like when there's continuity issues and stuff. They
True.
travel through time and fix it.
I wouldn't want to write that show. It seems like a lot of work with the time travel. I can barely remember when to set my alarm.
Some weeks it seems like they don't want to write it either.
Yes, yeah,
In all
I think so.
fairness.
Yeah, that's like me right today with this, as you can tell, maybe. But speaking of throwback people who have been on these shows before and blasted in the past, Supergirl this week featured Terry Hatcher, and then Kevin Sorbo, who was Hercules. So Terry Hatcher, if you know, Hercules. She was from Lois and Clark: Legends of Superman. So I mean, why couldn't they put her on during a Dean Cain episode?
Probably because they refuse to work together.
I wonder.
That would be I would speculate they probably
Really?
hate each other.
Oh wow, maybe that would be sad.
I
But
ain't trying to
maybe.
start nothing, but I bet.
Oh, it's game on now. Terry's listening.
We had the same kind of thing with when John Wesley Shipp was on with Mark Hamill. They were both on the original Flash,
Yeah.
so they were in the same, and it was just kind of a cool moment
It's
to
a
see
cool
that.
moment.
I would have really loved to seen
Right.
Dean
Same
Cain
thing
and-
with
yeah.
what was Amanda Pete when she was on Flash during season 1. It's the same deal.
Yeah, I think that was
from
a
the
missed
original Flash.
opportunity with the. I think that they also. I think they should have had Dean Cain be the true cyborg Superman.
Yeah, no, I was really jonesing for that. Like,
Yeah.
what did you do?
Right.
Why did you even do
It makes
this?
no sense.
It's such a disappointment. That it's just. I like David Harewood a lot, but I think that was kind of really a missed.
Why would he call himself Cyborg Superman? There's no reason.
I don't
Right.
know. It makes me
Yeah.
annoyed.
Sounds cool.
It sounds cool.
Did you think that the whole Mon-El and Kara riff with him? Okay, I don't know. A lot of girls are gonna get super mad about my boyfriend's
Finding out a
accidentally a
prince.
prince.
Right?
Come on. But I understood the whole. She's very moral, and that he lied to her, and that he kind of is. I could see it maybe from her point. But did you think that it was maybe she got a little angry?
Yeah, I think she was.
She got just angry enough to pull off this week's episode of Flash.
There you go.
That was all it was.
And it was
Just
cute
angry.
how it crossed over, and it was I thought they did a good job of kind of building up the musical crossover throughout the episode. There was a clarification. I think it was Jeff John said the reason that there was only a tiny blip of the 4-episode crossover in Supergirl this year was because CW hadn't acquired Supergirl at the time. That they wrote that back in February last year. So they're like, I guess we got to throw it in. So that explains. Some people were not happy about the little time. I mean, I think
She really seemed to be getting like the short end of the stick all
Yes,
season.
yeah. So I'm glad that they explained that because that makes a lot of sense. I want to get into Arrow a little bit because I think this villain this year is very cool. Adrian Chase has been, spoilers, revealed to be Prometheus, and it reminds me of Slade in a way. Look at this, he's crazy there, I love it. I think he's doing a great job, this actor.
Through the whole thing.
You thought it?
Yeah.
I kind of
and
did
that-
too.
Yeah,
that
because
was
he
one of
was
those
very
things-
mysterious.
Yes.
That was one of those things that you kind of saw it coming, but he's done so well
Yeah.
since the reveal that you're like, okay, I
into
can deal
it.
with that.
Much
Yeah.
more of a windy web, right? He has so many more plans than like just being a bad guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that he's so interwoven in the group now that they have to see each other in public, and those
And they can't
moments
do
are great.
anything. That's the great thing when they see him in the police station and they want to get into
Yes.
it with him, but they can't.
And
And,
that
he
makes it
knows
great.
that, and he's playing it so well to where he's just lording it over them, and he's doing an incredible job.
Would you say, okay, out of all the villains, how would you rank Adrian? Would he be, or Prometheus? Do you like him better than Damien Dark, less, better than
I think
Slade?
Arrow was on a real downward slide with villains from season 1 on.
Yeah,
So I think this definitely is a pickup.
Yeah, he made it more interesting.
Yeah, I think that Slade's my favorite. This guy, I think, is my second favorite so far. Unless they really flop the ending of the season, he's doing a really good job. I did not like Damien Dark. He's my least favorite. Ra's al Ghul was not also my favorite, but we see that has lingered because Talia is here with her vendetta to get back at
That's great. I'm glad she's there.
Yeah.
Like for a long time, I was like, why Nissa? Why are we doing Nissa?
Right.
Yeah.
We've got a better one.
Now, do you want her to be anti-Ollie, or do you prefer her to be Team Oliver?
I think it would have been great if she was Prometheus.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, girl villains. I'll be a girl villain. Come on. Like, there's some mean girls, you know. Girls have grudges. I don't know. I don't like. She held the grudge. She didn't like her dad, and she's mad. So
Yeah.
I think that she could have been a better Prometheus. Maybe, who do you think's Vigilante then?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Do you think it'd be an inside job? We don't know these hackers that Felicity's working with too well. Could it be?
Oh, they are a sketchy group. That's
Could be the hacker.
Yeah.
Could definitely be the hacker.
Because here's another thing. Well, they do wear a very like fitted suit.
Yeah.
It could be this girl though. There's something up with this like Felicity wannabe chick. Yeah. But the fitted suit, it definitely looks male. You don't know though for sure. I can't tell. But can we like start a petition for more female bads? Because why not?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's give girls a bad name. Come
Make
on.
Felicity real bad.
That's the hashtag right there. Give girls a bad name.
Yeah, we bad.
girls a bad name.
Maybe next year on the Flash we'll see that. I would like to see some diversity in the villains. I'm glad there's not going to be a speedster. For you guys, which show do you think is strongest this season? It's a tough
I
one.
kind of like Supergirl.
Supergirl?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would say Flash probably.
Yeah, Flash.
I haven't been a huge fan of Supergirl this year. I mean, it's
Interesting, okay.
She has everything that she complained about last year. She has become.
That's true.
She's been sanctimonious. She's been condescending to people, and through the entire first season, she was fighting against that to go, hey, give me a chance. Let me be the hero that I know I can be.
Yeah.
But now she's telling James, even though it's
Guardian,
silly for him to be a superhero anyway, but in the show, she was in that exact same place to where Alex was telling her not to be a hero. Hank was telling her not to be a hero. So she shouldn't be in that exact same position to be talking down to other people who
made
are the
her
hero.
boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So she's become, and that may be, if it turns out that they're writing it that way so that they can make it part of a character arc to where she realizes it, then I'll take this all back.
Okay.
But I don't have that much. I don't have that much. Until then.
You're on notice.
I like Supergirl this season. I've actually thought Arrow is on an upswing. But I think right now I'm enjoying it. Maybe the best out of all the shows. But it's been a very interesting ride, and we have a few more episodes before all the season finales in May. If you would like to learn more about our lovely guests today, make sure you go to Kapow Comic Art, and then we go to Mike Wirth Art, or check out the Ninja Turtle Digicast, and then you want to go
just show up at Legion Brewing on a Tuesday night,
drink with Brian.
or Pippa's Cafe up in Concord if you want to find a seat easier.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And then at Mohawk Music, or you go to Mohawk Music ENT. Yes. And thanks everyone for being on. It's been a fun one with you guys, and we'll super chat more with you next week. See you later.